template lesson, we're going to talk about rollups. I'm going to demo how to combine several quote lines into one on your quote document. Specifically, in this use case, we're going to roll up our support and maintenance products on our quote line. First, to achieve that, we'll need a field on our quote line that gives us a value to roll up. Our value will be rolled up or collapsed into a single line, which means the lines we don't want will have collapsed into a unit value on the fields. So we'll want to insert a formula on the quote line that'll do that for us. So we're starting out on our setup page. Click the Objects link underneath the Create menu on the Build section on our setup page. Scroll down to and click on the quote line custom object. Since this is where our products will be rolled up on, click the New button. We're going to go ahead and add a new custom field to our quote line. This will be a formula field. Let's go ahead and name this field Rollup Value, and then select Text as the formula return type. Start by setting up an if formula. Then you'll want to go ahead and insert a field. Select Product Family from the Insert Field drop-down menu. Ensure that the field type is set at quote line. This way the product family is a formula used to determine the text value. Set your product family equal to support. Since we are rolling up the maintenance and support product, put a comma and then another set of double quotations. Value for the products and support in the support family, and since that's the only collapsible type of line, you don't want to make it dynamic, so you just return support as a value as well. That's why you want to be sure that every value in the family has a roll-up value of support. Go ahead and insert another merge field. This one will be line name. Also ensure that the field type is still selected as quote line. This is so when your product is not in support, you will need a unit value for each quote line because other quote lines will not get collapsed, so you'll need a unit identifier for your quote line. Close that up with the parentheses and click the Check Syntax button just to ensure that your formula is correct. All right, we're looking good. Go ahead and click Next. Click Next and go ahead and save your formula. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and enter into my standard quote template that I just created a few lessons ago and expand upon that. Let's scroll down to our template sections. Click Edit on our quote lines section. We'll want to select our roll-up field. We want to have our quote lines roll up on our roll-up value field, but that's actually missing from our roll-up field area. So we'll want to go ahead and click on our blue pop-out menu so we can add that to our layout and click View Fields. Select the roll-up field. Scroll down to and add a new pick list value to our roll-up field. Name this pick list value rollup underscore value double underscore C and click Save. Let's return to our quote line section, template section, so that we can select our new pick list value for our roll-up field. Select Roll-up Value. Scroll down to the line column section in order to aggregate numerical values on the remaining single lines. For example, have the prices for maintenance and for support when you collapse two lines together and want to see the sum of the two prices. So you want to go to the columns where you want the aggregate to be done automatically. Click the Edit link on the Extended line column. This is the perfect location since our extended column is basically our net total column. Select the Roll Up checkbox This tells the doc engine to do the aggregate and replace the value in the extended column with the aggregate. Then go ahead and click Save. All right, let's head over to our quote so we can see this in action. Before we test out our quote, the first thing we want to do is add our rollup field to our actual quote layout. It didn't exist before, so now we want to actually add it, now that it exists, to our quote. So go ahead and click our blue pop-out menu, click Edit Layout, click on your related lists, then go ahead and click on the tool icon of your quote lines related list. We want to add our rollup value field to our column. Let's go ahead and scroll down to our quote lines. You'll notice that every line has a different rollup value except for two lines, our hardware maintenance and software support products. These have a rollup value of support. That's because we'll collapse these two together and aggregate their values. Let's go ahead and preview our quote document. Here you'll only see one line totaling our support for our two quote lines of our maintenance and support products. However, our discount may not be accurate if one is not discountable. The same goes for our unit price. Take a look at our quantity. Here we have 1. Keep in mind, for your future use cases, do you want to aggregate your quantity or not? It depends. This can cause you to run into potential conflicts. You'll likely need to create a formula field for every column that has a potential grouping. The formula is the same as the one we created for our rollup value. You'll just need to use another field when necessary. So for our use case, I'd probably blank out the unit price, discounts, and quantity, and hard code the part number to return for support, and also hard code our description. As you can see, rollups have a few drawbacks. That's kind of the nature of them, but they also have a lot of benefits. You just have to be aware what you're actually rolling up and all the items that you're potentially going to roll up and what they can affect. For your exercise, replicate what I demonstrated in this lesson by creating a quote template with a rollup on support products. Good luck!